August of 2009, and just last week it was announced at 4.9%. And then the opponents of the law were saying this is going to cause massive unemployment. Well, it hasn't. That's the fact. Okay? Number two, it's inflationary. Well, healthcare inflation is lower over the last 4 years than it's been over the last 60 years. So that argument goes away. It's not true. And finally, people say, well, it's not really wanted. But people who usually say that it's not really wanted have their own insurance. So they're not talking about, they're true. They don't want it. But it doesn't mean that it's not wanted. It's not a demand for it. And the proof is in the pudding. You got 9 million people that signed up for it in the first year. So those are lies. And next slide. And I think that that there are real implications to healthcare disparities, not just for blacks and Hispanics, but for all Americans. And these disparities make us less competitive, less healthy, and make us a less pleasant society. I heard an interview last week with a gentleman from Great Britain, and he was asked the question, if he were ill, would he prefer to be served in the United States or in his own country, Great Britain? And he qualified his answer. He said, well, if I were a billionaire, I would rather have my service in the United States. And this was a white guy. He says, but if I were a working class American, I would rather have my service in Great Britain. And, there's an American on the panel, and they objected, of course. But I think that says something about our system. And with that, I'm going to close, and hopefully we'll have time for comments. Thank you very much.